I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this concept of the man today, it's someone who can't express his emotion.
He has to be bad.
He has to be bad, he has to be harsh, he has to be emotionless,
Has
cold.
to be cold, yeah.
Yeah.
And you find that even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there are many examples of companions who, when it was time to smile, they would smile. And when they were emotional, they would shed tears. And it never took away. In fact, it only enhanced their manhood. It didn't take anything away from it. You know, as human beings now, forget man. As human beings, we're designed like this. We have emotions and we have a physical channel of showing this emotion.
That's right. And I think on the downside, if we look at it on the other hand, it's that when you suppress this emotion, like this is in our fitrah, Allah
It's
made
very
us people
problematic.
who have this emotion.
Very
Prophet
problematic.
ﷺ, he cried when his son died. He cried. The Prophet ﷺ, the man who had the most patience, but at the same time he was, you know, he was affected. He had that emotion, and he goes, "This is rahmah." When he was asked, "What is this?" He goes, "This is rahmah. This is mercy," and it's something we should never suppress. Don't think that by suppressing your emotions you're more of a man. You're actually harming yourself, like studies say.
You know,
depression.
Sheikh, it's not just with manhood. You find that even many young brothers, when they come onto Deen, we take on this sort of funny persona of that now because I'm religious, therefore I have to always be serious, right? I frown more than I smile. You know, that my demeanor has to be a certain way, and thinking that this is what the expectation is, whereas actually in reality it's quite contradicting to how the Prophet ﷺ was. He was always hospitable, always. You know, you always felt like I can be with him, I can be in his presence, I can ask him, right? Like you never feared this. And it's unfortunate because, you know, our women, even with their husbands, they're afraid. You know, I can't talk to him, I can't show him my emotion, how is he going to interpret this? And it snowballs. You know, if I can't express my emotion, if I can't, then unfortunately people are going to other means.
It will eventually come out one way or another.
Yeah.
Like your mate,
It has to.
whether it's
It
through
has to.
depression, loneliness, anxiety, it's going to come out in one form or another. But you need to be able to have those emotions, but at the same time channel them in the right way. And the Prophet ﷺ, he was a man who expressed emotion himself, but at the same time he was able to understand the emotions of others. You know, we would see that he walks up to the child, the brother of Anas bin Malik, who's saddened by the death of his sparrow.
Yeah.
He goes to cheer him up. And this doesn't take away from your manhood. The Prophet ﷺ,
if anything, it actually it enhances. Wallah, I feel like it adds.
And you know what? You know, it's those little things that a man does in his life that whether he realizes it or not, it has a huge effect, a positive effect on that young child or on that person. How we express ourselves, our emotions, and also how we allow others to express their emotions with us also, especially our family members, is very important. You know, it's very important that your children especially feel safe to express themselves to you. Because if they don't express themselves to you, then 100% they're going to express themselves to someone else. You know, like they say, if you don't give your kid time, then your kids will give other people time.
Wow.
You know?
SubhanAllah, it's being that accessible human being. And even I remember, Sheikh, you taught me this. The Prophet ﷺ, he'll walk in Medina and a little girl will take him by the hand and walk him around. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to anyone else, they'll be, I would never be seen,
and
you know, being led by a little girl.
Shaykh al-Islam or the Qadi al-Khut. This is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and or under him is the control of the whole Medina, you know. But his humbleness, his gentleness, his accessibility was like this. You know, bil mu'minina ra'ufur rahim.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. That was just a small glimpse on the full discussion of what it means to be a man. If you want to watch the full discussion, head over to One Path Network, subscribe to their channel, and you can see the full episode there. If you do have suggestions, feedback, or even advice for future episodes, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.